Walt Disney World Resort has debuted yet another incentive for the 2025 season, with the hope that guests visiting Epic Universe will be persuaded into staying at the Walt Disney Company's flagship resort. Let's talk about a free dining plan in 2025 and how you'll absolutely be paying for it here on That Park Place.
Something big has happened at Disney, and we want to talk about it. This story out of That Park Place, Walt Disney World brings back free dining as the shadow of Universal's Epic Universe looms.
Yeah, now this was free dining is something that I used to love as a vacationer. It was something that I would plan trips around, and it's been gone for a very long time. But as we're going to find out as we go through this, Jonas, this is not free dining the way it's been done in the past for a couple of different reasons.
Let's talk about this. So this sounds like a good thing, right? Just on the surface, free dining at Disney sounds like they are doing something to bring people in to say, hey, this is a happy thing. Why are you guys bugging out over a coupon code or something like that? Does anybody want to explain how often this happens and why it is, one of the signs of the rings of defense that might be going on over there at Disney?
So this used to pop. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vash. You probably have better information.
Oh no, I was just going to say it happens as often as they need to happen. Go ahead, Marvin.
Historically, it would happen about once a year. It would take place around September and October, which was kind of your slow period back then. I mean, there were times back in like the mid to late 2000s where Walt Disney World was essentially a ghost town post Labor Day up through, pretty much the end of October. It was everything was, unless you were going on a weekend, everything was a walk on. Main Street was pretty deserted. It was the perfect time to go. Eventually Disney started making it, they started courting folks from Europe during those time periods, made it a lot more affordable for them, offered them a lot of really cool deals. So then things started to get more populated with people that were coming over for 2-3 weeks at a time, the way folks from Europe tend to do. But to sweeten the pot for domestic vacationers, they would offer the free Disney dining plan. So if you were staying at a Disney resort, you would get the regular dining plan, which was a table service meal, a counter service meal, and a snack for each night of your stay, plus a resort refillable mug. And now when you would go in September, those snacks could also be redeemed at the International Food and Wine Festival, which meant that you were able to basically get a whole lot of free stuff.
I'd say that's pretty well stated. A couple of comments here that I want to bring up. Ryan Conway says it's called a loss leader. Yes, it is, but it's also not that much of a loss for the Walt Disney Company, considering all the things you have to pay for to get there. I love this one from Joseph Froscos. Disney hired Donald Gennaro for Coupon Day. Love it. All right, let's get into the article here. From Marvin Montanaro, Walt Disney World's once legendary free dining plan is making a comeback in 2025. But whereas the promotion was once offered during the slower autumn months to coax people into the parks at a time that was historically dead, Disney World is now offering free dining over the summer, historically its busiest time. If you read between the lines, yes, it is. Go ahead, Marvin.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge that they would be offering it during the summer. I mean, when you look at when they offer it, it's just a complete act of desperation, and there's a few reasons for it. So I'll let you continue there, Jonas, because the next line is really the main point of this.
You're going to stop talking so that I can read your words? Okay.
Yes.
If you read between the lines, that's just in time for Universal's new Epic Universe to throw a fireball into Orlando's tourism market. A beloved fireball, perhaps one coming from a dragon that's flying around. No, I don't think the dragons will be spewing fire from the sky, although that would be an amazing effect.
Or from a tubby plumber who's, just picked up a flower.
I love that sound. I can't do it right, but what is it about that sound that says, yeah, it's throwing a fireball. It's not a super dangerous fireball, but he is throwing a fireball. And of course, the real fireworks being over there at the Burning Blade Tavern. And oh my goodness, that flaming windmill looks amazing. So let's continue on. Disney's offer details. And here, by the way, if you are a person that thinks we're all just a bunch of Disney haters, pay attention, because you're about to find out how you can, quote unquote, save money on a Disney vacation. Starting January 2nd, Disney is rolling out its free dining plan promotion for guests booking summer vacation packages. Look at that. It's Scott Guston, who is also included on Disney surveys as how did you hear about this promotion there for Disney. He's not really Disney Press, but he's about as close as you can get without being Disney Press. If you book a deluxe hotel, you'll get the Disney dining plan. If you book a moderate or value hotel, you'll get the Disney quick service dining plan. Full details will be shared on January 2nd. For arrivals, most nights, May 27th to June 26th and July 7th to August 6th. By the way, August 6th is usually when all of those passes open up. And I think the last time that I checked, you could get a 3-month stint in the park with no blackout dates if you got the minimum passes there. It's been a while since I checked on that, but May 27th. What's happening in May 27th again? Oh, that's right. Epic Universe. So,
well, Epic Universe opens a few days before that, but May 20 it's right after Memorial Day. It's literally the day after Memorial Day.
Right. Isn't May 25th the opening date for Epic?
May 22nd.
Yeah.
May 22nd. Oh, yeah,
5 days. So 5 days later, I guess it's almost like they're surrendering that first week. And then I guess they also feel that they'll have enough people coming through Memorial Day weekend. So they're really surrendering those 2 days. They're banking on a busy Memorial Day weekend. And then they're immediately going into free dining starting on the 27th.
I think that's a fair assumption as well. And there's going to be, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like it has been in the past with Disney parks where they say that everyone's going to show up on that first day, so avoid that first day. There's going to be a few people, I'm sure I can think of a few people that I probably shouldn't name them out loud on this podcast from some of our competitors that will definitely be there because they need to say that they were there. They were there at the start.
Nolan Thunder.
Oh, Nolan Thunder. Is he going to go?
Yeah, he'll be there on opening day. I tried. I couldn't get a ticket for it.
We'll have to see. I'm pretty chill. I'm not one of those people. I figured out at some point that patience is a superpower, financially speaking. But doesn't necessarily work so well when you have to cover theme parks. So maybe we'll get in there sooner rather than later. But let's take a look at the details here. You have to book between January 2nd through February 10th. Minimum stay, at least a 3-night package with park hopper tickets. Ouch. The park hopper is a waste of money.
Those are
Magic Kingdom.
non-discounted rooms there.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's all of the money gone immediately because how much is it to stay at the Helios on some nights? $700. Wait. Sorry. That's how much it costs to stay at a deluxe resort. How much was it for the Helios? Was it $400 a night when we were looking at it?
It was way lower than a deluxe resort. Yeah.
$400 a night, maybe even as low as less than $300 a night if you stay long enough. So you can get some really amazing deals for a hotel, by the way, that immediately adjoins one of the most in-demand theme parks in 2025.
Yep. Let's see here. We got a little back and forth here. Park hopper is a waste, and park hopper isn't a waste of money. I don't know. I've seen that both ways. As a lot of it. Go ahead. Culture.
No, I was just going to say a lot of it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but a lot of that has to be about what you value in your park visits and whether or not you brought your own automobile, because transportation between parks and between destinations eats up a ton of time. So you may value the park hopper, but not realize that it cost you 2 hours of park time. So it's if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm not. It can take you up to an hour easily to get from one location to another, and that's not counting when the monorail decides to break down while you're on it or have delays or whatever happens with weird monorail stuff now. But buses can take forever. Bus times between buses can take forever. There's just all kinds of problems. Park hopper isn't a waste. Yeah, Parkenheimer isn't a waste if you're staying at one of the hotels that is adjacent to Epcot, because you can easily walk from Epcot's back area, the showcase area, all the way to the Studios Park in about 20 minutes. Right. You can take the boat oftentimes in about 35 to 40 minutes. It's often better to walk than to take the boat. But like I said, it's not a waste if you have a way to get between the parks faster than most other guests. That I would say.
You can beat the boat by walking. I raced the boat one time. I went to get on the boat at Epcot, and I said to the guy, I was like, would it be faster if I walked? He goes, oh, no, the boat's faster. So I was like, challenge accepted, sir.
Mhm.
And
Exactly,
so I
exactly.
started walking, and then I got there before the boat, and I said to the guy, I'm like, hey, I beat your boat. And he just looked at me like, I've been working for 12 hours. I don't care at all.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's not very
Small personal victory.
that's not a very cast member friendly approach, though. But
Yep.
no, I agree with you, and you know, I've had the same kind of interactions, Marvin, because again, it comes down to what do you value. If you value your time on your vacation, I would say that. Anyway, I interrupted you terribly.
No, that's fine. I think that all of this comes down to, by the way, I had an interesting experience one morning on the ferry. I had the stroller because I had young kids with me, and there was a rope on the ferry that they were trying to, that kept the people on the ferry. And we were in a spot to get off of it as soon as possible. And there was a mom who literally put her left leg in front of the right wheel of my stroller, like went around the rope and went past the rope in order to put her leg in front of the stroller. I thought it was hilarious. The dad, there was a little incident, and the dad said, "Did that stroller clip you?" And the little girl said, "No, it was mom that hit me." Like, seriously,
Wow.
seriously, guys. I know there's Vacation Rush, but wow, it's supposed to be the most magical place on earth, and you got to bring some magic with you, right?
It could very easily become the most tragical place on earth. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's so sad. To finish the story off, though, I wanted to highlight just one more little detail here. Sean Rakes the Mouse actually had a little comment on this. I like to see what Sean actually posts because he's a travel agent and he works with many clients in order to fulfill their vacations, both to Walt Disney World and Disneyland. And he was suggesting another deal that really isn't much of a deal at all, especially when you add in the fact that you have to get 3 days worth of rooms at a non-discounted price. Like you said earlier, Jonas, that really does take away a lot of the value statement from this. So it would appear that Disney is looking to capture some of that audience away from Epic Universe, but not too much though.
Yeah, it's, the other issue that they're having with this, I mean, Epic Universe is going to take a significant portion of their market share. They are trying in every way, shape, or form to somehow keep people away from cutting their Disney vacations in half. It's not going to work. You're only giving the value and moderate resorts the quick service dining plan. So yeah, I honestly don't think it's going to make much. But I do like the one thing I like to point out is Bob Iger said, "Oh, we're not. This isn't giving us any anxiety at all about Epic Universe." I don't know. Free food at your restaurants during the busiest time of year feels like a move that's spurned by some anxiety to me, Bob.
And they need to. They honestly, they would never admit that they're nervous about Epic Universe, and they probably should say something about they're trying to step up their game, or just some friendly gamesmanship instead of the attitude that we've seen from the company in the past of just saying, "Oh, we're not worried." It came off so poorly when, was it Bruce Vaughan said that back in the day? It's something that Disney needs to acknowledge that other people have really stepped it up, and they need to step it up in return, and not just by adding something that says "ka-chow."
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.